There are moments in life when we look around and everything seems silent. The doors we were hoping to walk through are still closed. The prayers we've been praying haven't been answered yet. And in that silence, it's easy to wonder, God, where are you? But I want to tell you today, even if you don't see it, even if you don't feel it, God is making a way. He's working behind the scenes, moving things you can't see, arranging people, lining up the right opportunities. The silence isn't the absence of God. It's the space where faith is being tested and destiny is being formed. Drop a comment below if you've ever been in a season where it felt like nothing was moving. But later you realized God was, working all along. I want to hear your testimony. Just because you can't see the road doesn't mean it's not being paved. Just because the answer hasn't come yet doesn't mean it's not on the way. God is a master architect. He draws blueprints in silence. He doesn't always show us his plans, but he promises he has them. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord." That means the plan exists, even if you don't have a copy yet. When nothing seems to be happening, that's when you need to trust that something is. Think about it. Seeds grow underground before they break the surface. The roots go deep before the leaves reach up. In your life, God may be developing roots right now. You may feel buried, but you're not buried. You're planted. And what's planted eventually grows. Let's go back to the book of Exodus. The Israelites were standing at the edge of the Red Sea. Pharaoh's army was closing in behind them, mountains on the sides, no visible escape route. From their point of view, it was the end. But while they were panicking, God was parting the sea. While they were crying out, he was already making a way through what looked like an impossible barrier. Sometimes God waits until the last second not to scare us, but to build our faith. He's reminding us, I can open the sea. I can move what's never been moved before. I can create a path where there is no path. And if I did it then, I can do it now. Have you ever faced a Red Sea moment in your life? A situation with no way out, but God opened a door? Share it below. Your story may lift someone else's faith. Sometimes the hardest part of faith is waiting. Not because we're impatient, but because we're human. We want to see signs. We want updates. But God doesn't always work like Amazon Prime, with real-time tracking on your breakthrough. Sometimes he hides the process so that your trust grows deeper. If you knew everything ahead of time, you wouldn't need faith. That's why God says in Isaiah 55:8, "My thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways." What looks like a detour is often a shortcut in God's timing. What looks like a delay is often divine protection. You may be praying for something that hasn't happened, not because God said no, but because he's preparing something better. While you're stressing over what hasn't changed, God is preparing people, positioning hearts, adjusting timing. Maybe the reason that door didn't open is because he's building a bigger one. Maybe the job didn't come through because he knows your potential needs a higher platform. Maybe the relationship ended because he's protecting you from heartbreak. Behind the scenes, God is lining up conversations, shifting the hearts of decision makers, prompting someone to think of your name, the meeting you need, the opportunity you're waiting for, the healing you've been praying for. It's coming, but it's not always loud. Sometimes God moves in whispers, in peace, in stillness. If this message is speaking to you right now, type "I trust you, God" in the comments. Let's agree in faith together. It's easy to feel forgotten when heaven is silent, but silence is not absence. Just because God hasn't spoken yet doesn't mean he walked away. He still sees you. He still hears you. Psalm 34:15 says, "The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their cry." You may not feel seen. You may not feel heard. but God is watching over every detail of your life. Not a tear goes unnoticed, not a prayer is wasted, not a step is in vain. He's watching you walk by faith, and He's preparing a reward on the other side of your obedience. So today, don't let your faith waver just because your eyes can't see what God is doing. Stand firm, keep praying, keep walking, keep speaking life. Your breakthrough isn't just possible, it's in motion. You might not feel it, you might not see it, but God is making a way. In the waiting, He's building your strength. In the quiet, He's writing your testimony. If you hold on, you will look back one day and say, I didn't understand it at the time, but now I see God was working all along. If this message encouraged your heart today, don't leave without doing two things. First, share this video with someone who's waiting for an answer and needs to hear that God is still working. Second, subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell, because we're building a community of faith, hope, and victory. You don't have to walk this journey alone. And before you go, watch the next video that's showing on the screen. Your faith will keep rising, one word at a time. Remember, God is making a way, even if you don't see it yet.